So here we are for season 3, variable courtship, and we have an open courtship. That's very interesting indeed. So the courtship is revealed right away, and it is service, which, well, that's interesting. It's pleasing to York, but York had a play here, but that would require him flipping it back to a 1. That may interfere with his play, but we begin with Wessex as the first player marker rotates back to Wessex. And they now are going to be eyeballing that service tile reserve. Their only path forward is the flower room. We need to rotate service. Don't get ahead of yourself. And we'll go with the flower room. So the flower room with 2 ladies. We do have the need. I'm not able to use the cook as I wanted, but I am able to use her because of the servants' quarters, as well as the housekeeper in place of the lady's maid here. So that does get us back to 2 invites. That's the strength I have to go with as Wessex. And I am going to screen the invite there. So on money, we see £200. Disastrously, we lose 2 reputation. So we have a screened invite. Take a look here. I've got a second level with a victory point. Even though I like that reputation, I'm going to take the money as I've been short on money. And then 2 prestige guests. Boy, that's a good combo right there. Very good. Back over here, we're going to break down. Flip the flower room. Add in the discard pile. And we have £400. I'm going to go get into this still room, which is £300. It's going to bring me, it's going to apply pressure on York and get me up to 3 for the open courtship of service. £300. Turn is done. Which brings us to York. And York's going to rotate service. By the way, there was a private study, and this was the village fair round. I knew that person, private study, never been flipped. They enjoy no benefit. And oh my gosh. I used my useful man for the ice house and shut him out of being used for the private study. Please don't take notes on my play. So I'm going to get £300 and 2 reputation. Now I'm not going to play that ice house with prestige guests like I had planned. So I'm going to be playing the smoking room here, and I got a couple of the new upstairs, downstairs servants in play. The cook is being used here, even though I'm not going to be inviting somebody with a prestige rating that's up to 2 levels higher than my reputation, but she still generates 1 reputation. And then we have 5 reputation here, which is a full level of reputation, so we're actually approaching level 4. The hall boy enhances any monetary favor by £100, so that nets me 300 additional pounds. And break this down, and now I have a little bit of money to spend. Now I can get that servants' hall for 500, and I think I'm forced to do that for this courtship. 1, 2, 3, that's the full 500. Forced to do that for the courtship. I'm going to grab a reminder tile for my servants' hall, and that'll be good as well as far as trying to offset the cascade of prestige guests. I can keep dinging their reputation as we finish out the game. That may be beneficial to me. So we're going to go ahead to round 10, and we're back to Wessex. Rotate service. I'm going to be going to the breakfast room. I'm using the housekeeper from the servants' quarters. Coming down here, I have only one guest that requires a valet. I'm going to be using the cook, even though the cook is not going to be enabling the more prestigious guests to come. It's going to generate a reputation. So this is going to be quite the powerhouse turn. We're showing 300 in pounds. Reputation, we have 3, 4 reputation. 3, 4 gets me up to level 3. And then we have a special action here where Architect Web allows me to take any tile of my choice from the market outside of a monument. That's quite a powerful promotional card. And I think we're going to grab the Garden Observatory. How can you not? Man, I don't know who invented this thing, but that thing's off the hook. We're going to give that a spin. Put that down there. Flip the breakfast room. Certainly locks up an Essentials courtship if it were to have happened, but it hasn't. It could be the last one, but it'll be all 4 being counted. I still have 400. That was a favor, the acquisition of that tile. Let me go ahead and grab a new tile. We have another servants' hall. Wow, that comes down there. And then we have a music room. So that servants' hall could, in a significant way, allow Wessex to offset the servants' hall over there. It would be essentially a draw. And that 400 to spend, that would be 500. I don't want to drop down a level. Let's see what else. I'm going to grab that gabled conservatory. I think that's a good play. It's going to cost me 300. Let's repopulate. Whoa, servants' tiles coming out. Butler's pantry. Next one comes in, and whoa, we have the top-end monument, the sculpture garden. Turn now shifts over to here. Going to rotate service. And we're going to deploy a servant, one of the footmen, to the servants' hall in order to steal a reputation, drop them down to 2. That's painful. Add a reputation here, get me closer to 4. Tennis court is the only tile I haven't flipped. I need to flip that. I'm going to take Lady Mary Russell and Miss Caroline West to the tennis court. It's going to generate 500 pounds, as well as 1 reputation, which puts me up to 4. And break that down, flip that, get myself in a better position there. We have 500 to spend. I want to see if I can bank to use that. I don't see them getting after that, and maybe I can make a play. But I think I can grab that riding stables. But I've got the kennels out there. No, I'm going to bank it. We'll come back here. Whoop, let's move it up. Builder's Holiday. Now you can, with the Builder's Holiday, buy multiple tiles, including out of the service or out of the Builder's Market Reserve. So we'll come back here. We're going to rotate service. We're going to the Garden Observatory. Oh, we can't go to the Garden Observatory. He took away that 1 reputation. York, you son of a gun. Wow. Wow. Jeez. It forces me to replay a tile. I've got to go money. Gonna play this again. Go to the Bowling Green. Gonna play those 2 gentlemen. Take that out of the servants' quarters. Boy, what a weak turn. That's just a devastating use of the servants' hall. So we're going to take 100 there, 200 there. We're going to get up to 500. Again, we're trying to make a stab at that sculpture garden. Bowling Green does not flip. Boy, what a pathetic tableau I have going on there. Curses, York. 600. Do I bank it or do I get creative? Oh my gosh. That would be 900 there, and I would take the lead. Actually, would tie. And I just can't do that. Oh man. Oh, jeez. And I haven't gone up. Oh my God, if I take the Servants' Hall now, I'm still not going to get up. And I really need to be after servants. There's no way I'm getting 13 servants. I've got 6, 8, 9. I've got to take the Butler's Pantry for my 5 victory points there. That's 400. Sort of surrendering, getting after the, get my under Butler, sorry. Put him in there. So we got my under Butler. Did get that 5 points, but boy, oh boy. A world of hurt here. So now we've got a very creative play that's going to happen here. Going to deploy a servant. Where's my, that guy was supposed to be an expended service. I'm going to deploy a servant, which will be, let me check it out first. All right, check this out. So I'm going to the tennis court with Ambrose, the Marquess Renard. Get an admirer bonus for the young lady being seen with Ambrose. I got this here. That's great. I need this because my reputation is 4. That's great. I bumped that monetary favor up by 100, but I am forced 1, 2, 3. I am forced to go down in reputation in order to refresh that servant there. As painful as that is. But consider the play. First of all, on money, I get 600 and 400. I get 1,000, and I have 500. And then I get a full level of reputation plus 1, so I go up to 4 and then get closer to 5 because of the cook giving me the additional 1. And I have a single invite here. Boy, I don't know where all the nasty guests are, but I didn't shuffle very well. And let's break this down. And this does allow, although I don't have a path, man. Well, maybe I can do that ice house. It allows me to discount this to make that 1,100. And then I am going to take the riding stables, because it's the builder's holiday here. Take the riding stables for 100. That's 1,200. And I have 1,500, and I'm going to grab the flower room. Boy, I would like that kennels. I would like that kennels. Wow, I'm going to spend a reputation to grab the kennels. I'm grabbing all that. Put him over there. Oh, and I didn't do my gossip. So the butler, actually, you know what? I lost it. You have to deploy your servant at the beginning of the turn in order to gossip. And I lost it and maybe gave that guy an out there. But I do get those 3 tiles. And refresh the market. We're going to pull 3 tiles out here. Whoop, I got threw 1 back. I got we got a fenced paddock, goes to the reserve. We got a parish church and a stock lake. That's a backer tile there. And let's put these in here. I've now added a couple negatives. Whoops, I always have to do them in prestige rating order. I've added a couple negatives. And that means I'm going to have to get playing those, but I did add that, which is big, although we don't have an estate courtship as of yet. Still got a lead by 1. They can't take, they can take that servant, so I can't take it. That'd be duplicate. Wow. And so We are done. We come to this courtship. We had an open courtship, so nothing is flipped. I don't have to worry about them getting the servants' hall. I win this courtship. They have to give up the gentleman, and I think I'm actually going to take the gentleman and try to get that on a pass with my lady in the final, young lady in the final turn. And I'm going to take a card here. Ooh, a refresh. That's very nice indeed to have. So, this is now going to go to season 4.